flirting with who's the other guy. These people in this town, they do not answer, they only ask me why. I often dream of leaving, but to me that would seem a crime. Waving back to other folk who always made me cry. Why is there no way home? Why is life like a written soul? Why is life downgrading? It cuts me to the bone. Why am I stuck here in this town all alone? Why do people try to act like something, someone they're not? Life is like a merry-go-round with no emergency stop. Why is there no way home? Why is life like a reading soul? Why is life downgrading? It cuts me to the bone. Why am I stuck here in this town all alone? Why do I do this to myself? It's not good for my health. I said, why do I do this to myself? It's not good for my health. Why, 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 why? Oh, why? Oh, why? Oh, why? Oh, why?
That was Zoe Tait, the Ladybug, with Why. Excellent wee tune. Craig, how you doing, my man? You good? Ready to podcast? Smashing. There you go. So I tried the new thing.
What was the new thing?
Basically, I can't do this in the hip hop podcast. Is like tag everybody, because it takes a wee while longer because there's like so many tunes we play like on a Tuesday. But I thought on the Thursdays when we do the podcast, we play like 3 tunes, so it's easy to tag people like on the fly. The minute we share the episode, we could tag them into the track list and stuff because it's already predetermined. I decide beforehand what tunes I'm going to play.
It said we there.
No.
I do shit.
I do that. So the minute it shares, I put it on Twitter, tag the bands in, and on Facebook, and it's automatically done. I'll share it afterwards on Instagram, like I've been doing for the past bunch
On
of
the Insta.
On the Insta, mate, because I've got an Insta now. And
Follow us on the Insta.
On the Insta. So again, that was Zoe Tait. She just reacted there, her wee love thing, and Mary McAnally Keir. Awesome, couple of likes already.
Yeah.
During the live podcast, so I don't know if you're listening. If you are, give us a shout, that'd be awesome. Yeah, we'll see.
They'll be listening, for sure.
Yeah.
Because they're dope. And that's what dope people
And it
do.
says it's live now, so I think I'm going to try that every Thursday. Really difficult to do with the hip podcast. Really, really fucking hard to do on that one. But I think I could keep that going. So I think
what
that's
do I actually do on this podcast? I just sort of
very
show
little,
up and...
Craig. Very little. Even from the videos, you just sit and do the videos. I edit the videos. Upload the videos.
Write the theme tune, sing the theme tune.
That's a constant. It's a constant thing. I have a wee idea to run past you as well.
Oh, aye.
I just thought it as I was like doing the post and stuff.
Were you having a shit while you were thinking it?
I wasn't. I'm actually needing a shit.
Right. That's why the idea came at you.
Aye. So in about an hour, when we finish this podcast, I will be finishing on the hour.
Aye. Right.
So I will need to run the toilet.
Right, have you got a turtle head poking out?
It's coming. It's coming out to play. Slowly, like turtles do. But it's coming. So anyway, fucking off the beaten track there. I had a wee idea. We were talking about the emailing people the Hip Hop podcast, emailing different blogs and stuff like that.
This is not the Hip Hop podcast.
I know.
Right.
But we're thinking of a way to do something similar for this podcast.
Aye.
I was thinking, as a way to kind of counteract that, but this podcast is so different every single fucking time, this podcast, because we concentrate on like Fife News, worldwide news,
Aye.
random fucking guests, could be worldwide guests if we end up getting to that point.
Aye.
I
mean, it has been worldwide. We had an Argentinian guest.
Yeah.
At some
There
point.
you go. Aye. My idea was to do a weekly mail out thing.
Right.
Just covering pretty much everything, so we could like add the hip hop releases and stuff like that, add the YouTube videos, anything we've done that week, any news and stuff that comes up that involving BTN Media.
It's a good idea.
I mail it every week. Try and get in touch with like local, like the East South Mail and stuff like that. Maybe try and add them to the list or whatever like that. But
what are they going to do, though? That's my issue.
well, I was thinking of like
Because,
like
I mean, the only time we've been in the media has been when we had Mansour
oh
in. And that was just because they wanted to take someone that he said out of context.
yeah,
That was the only reason they picked that up, is because
That
he's...
was it.
Oh, he mentioned gay people, so let's just
Uh,
miss out half the stuff he said and then just go on to the next quote.
but what sort of local businesses and stuff like that could like potentially
Name,
like,
they're all capitalists. I don't like any of them.
right?
They're all
So
snakes.
it's basically advertising is a bit of pain in the
Snakes
arse.
in the capitalist grass.
Right, brilliant. So if I put like put a subscriber, like a mailing list thing, people could join up, and we'll send out an email every week. Like on the Friday, we do a scheduling thing on a Friday. We get everything scheduled for the following week.
And we just send it out that day.
Send it out that day. Put a nice sweet email together. Done.
Well, a monthly one as well.
Why would we do that if we do one every week?
Just to get the best of the month.
Pointless.
Maybe, but what if... Hear me out, right? So, like, a lot of people do like a weekly update, but they also do a monthly update purely because some people are going to find stuff that they didn't like every week. But in a month, they're going to find something. And it'll just be the best of the... I reckon. I'm just thinking at my arse at this point.
I think the weekly one will do. For a
Fine.
start.
There's the other things that you had, eh?
But again, that can come down the line. I would have to get in touch with a few
It's a
people.
good idea, though.
Get them to join up.
Could I do an Aunt Nancy column? Where folk will write in and then I give them advice.
You could do. Whereas the advice will just be like a really downery message
Aye.
about why they shouldn't be doing these things anyway.
Aye. Because it's a waste of time.
Because they're dirty,
My
filthy
boyfriend
capitalists.
broke up with me because I didn't like cheesy pasta. Well, like cheesy pasta then.
Aye.
There you go. What's
Or didn't
how
he
the hell
have
could you know work that out yourself?
didn't have a boyfriend or whatever.
Aye.
sort
Or
of
like
thing.
get
Stay
it,
single.
get a grip.
There you go.
Aye.
You're
Take
going
drugs.
to be the best agony aunt.
Mate, if you need any advice, just fucking Auntie Monk, mate.
Annie Monk. There you go. It's a new segment for the emails. It's going to be pretty cool.
Auntie Monk's weekly column.
So that's us sort of do our business out live.
Aye.
We're going to try this, even though you thought it wasn't going to be a great segment, but we could at least try it.
We'll try. Try what?
A new segment, Craig,
Oh, God.
that I suggested. And of course, with a new segment comes a new sample, which you've not heard, and I'm excited to blast it out for you. Are you fucking ready? I'm going to hate turn this up.
Oh, God.
Are you ready, bitch? I'm
I'm not even fully sure what this... I'm guessing I can...
It's the segment.
The thing that I said that was a pointless waste of time.
I didn't think it is,
Right, okay.
but we're going to do
But
it.
it is the thing that I said was a pointless waste of time.
Yes.
Right, okay.
With a new sample.
Right.
Are you ready? Here we go.
Suggestion.
It certainly is. Suggestion time, mate. That's what it is.
Oh, that's just the worst fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
Every week. We're good. Fuck's sake.
That is the stupidest fucking thing. Who's the suggestions? There.
Darren Brown. I had to download an
How did
episode.
you find somebody's suggestions?
I was
Where did
thinking.
that come from?
I was thinking suggestions and stuff like that, and Darren Brown says it at the beginning of every fucking Trick of the Mind episode. That's a mixture of suggestion, all that shit. So I thought Darren Brown and his like dulcet tone, I thought it'd be quite funny, just like midway between fucking Michael Buffer. So every week we're going to do some suggestions. And I think it's a good segment. Craig
I
thinks it's shite.
suggest you get rid of that fucking shit.
I think it's the best sample ever. Made you laugh.
Aye.
It's the best thing I've ever done.
Fuck it, right? Let's just.
We've got this one.
MF.
It's the same idea. The same idea. And we had a segment on the previous podcast called
Fuck that shit.
which is that's just a straight up sample.
Aye.
So I've not got any more previous samples.
Oh, right, okay, fine, I'm on board now.
So I'm going to play it again.
Okay.
So this is the section
So
of the
it's
show.
Michael Buffer and Darren Brown.
Aye.
Right.
Just so you're ready for it.
Just so I'm ready
Just so
for
you're
it.
ready for it. So this is the section of the show where we suggest stuff, and it's called
Suggestion.
Amazing. So have you thought of suggestions, even though you thought this was a shitty segment? Have you thought of
Well,
anything
no,
you want
because
to
I didn't
suggest?
think we were doing this.
Well, I was always for it.
I can.
And I thought it's an extra wee bit of content we can put on a Friday since we've stopped doing another video.
Aye, which we've not explained.
Nah.
We've stopped doing an extra video.
Aye. The Japan crate thing
Was
was...
shit.
Yes.
We thought it was going to be better, but it's fucking expensive as well. That's the issue.
It's really expensive and it's absolutely pointless.
And we make fuck all money. So it's just a drain
Aye.
of cash
So we've got...
straight into it. We're still doing the vegan shit because the vegan stuff's at least it's different. It's shit, but it's different.
No, that's it.
So now it's just going to be an interesting thing on a Monday. I mean, we've still got like 4 months worth of Japan stuff if we're just doing one video a week.
Pretty much, aye.
But then after that, it would just be a challenge, a dumb challenge. Like
Is that 4 months? Aye, 8 weeks in it, 8 weeks each box.
Aye,
I've still got 4 months of material still left.
aye,
Because I just finished the last one.
aye.
Crazy.
Then we've got the Jaffa cakes and that. We've got like extra stuff.
Well, I've just put an iron brew thing out as well.
Aye.
But that's coming next week.
Exclusive.
Exclusive.
And then it'll be dumb shit for us, reviewing Daft Passion,
Aye.
racing each other to see who could eat the most crisps faster.
It's bullshit so we can get famous.
Aye,
Yes. That's what we do.
because we are fame-hungry whores.
Fame hungry ass bitches.
So what's your fucking suggestion then?
Well, my suggestion was going to be Dave.
Dave, okay.
Have
That's
you
a
watched
good
the full
idea,
thing yet?
Aye, I've...
Dave, if you don't... I'm assuming most people have heard Little Dicky.
Aye.
By this point, I'm sure a lot of people will have heard him. He's done a tune with Chris Brown, famous wife beater. He's done a tune with, also with
He's also done a tune with everybody.
pretty much everybody. I think you're in it at some
I'm
point.
in it, aye.
It's called The Earth.
Aye.
And he also done one of the most
We
creative...
love the earth, we love our planet.
No. We love our planet. There you go. That's it. It's no...
Sorry. Sorry.
You done it.
I'm not a professional singer.
No.
We
You
love
just-
our planet.
There you go. Because you went...
Planet.
you fucking dopey bastard. You stupid cunt. So
Well, That's aggressive.
If anybody knows the version of the song that I done, and then Craig hoovered off me at the end there.
Butchered.
Yeah, well, you eventually stole
Fucking Pat butchered it, mate.
Pat butchered it fully. That'll be choking your molecule of juice that you brought down the stair with you.
Got
So
a nice big drink there.
I was trying to make you laugh by saying molecule of juice. Worked. So Dave is the name of the show from Dave, Little Dicky. It's produced by Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart's put a lot of money behind the programme. Dave is sort of like a naturally funny dude. He's never tried stand-up or anything like that, but just naturally, like, if you see him in interviews and stuff, he's like fucking hilarious a lot of the time.
I think he's trying to be funny though. I think it's just.
I don't think so, not. He's
I
just.
think folk are laughing at like the awkward sort of white passing Jewish guy.
Aye, because he says stuff that you're like, why would you say that? But he's just saying real shit.
But he's also socially awkward.
Aye.
But he's being honest about being socially awkward.
Aye.
Like that conversation when he was talking to Charlemagne the God about Charlemagne, about him having a small dick.
Mm-hmm.
And then Charlemagne the God, somehow it came up that Charlemagne gets totally naked to shit. And then Lil Dicky was like, but I saw you in the bathroom and you weren't naked. And he was like, I was naked, I was just speaking to you. He's like, oh, I didn't kid that you were naked while I was speaking to you. It's very, that's what I mean. It's a conversation that only Lil Dicky would get into.
Aye.
Because the type of person that he is.
That's
it just seems to be that he's a magnet for that type of awkward.
Well, this programme was sort of mostly written by him. And stars the women for the... Sorry, I was trying to explain this music video, like one of the most creative music videos in the world. Can't remember the name of it.
Oh, Pillow Talk.
Pillow Talking.
Aye.
The lassie that's in that is in the programme, and she's fucking brilliant in the programme as
What
well.
was ex-boyfriend that... Or is that the same lassie?
Same lassie.
Oh, is it? Oh, so he just kins one lassie.
It seems so.
That's hot.
Aye.
Right.
But she had to audition and stuff as well. She never just got the job.
She had to audition for the first video.
No, for the programme, for the TV show.
Oh, right.
Like, he actually made her go for an audition, because he was like, it's a bit weird just saying like the same women and everything. But she turned out to be one of the best at it.
Right, okay.
And they had like, sort of natural chemistry because they've worked together a few times.
Yeah.
So she's in the programme. Andrew Santino, one of my favourite comedians. Fucking excellent, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's really funny in it as well.
Ginger.
There's just
Which is
loads...
automatically funny.
Automatically funny, really. Just loads of really, really funny stuff happens in this. I'm not going to ruin it for anybody. No. It's just a recommendation.
Aye.
Watch it.
I feel like episode 3 has my favourite scene in it.
Well, this is...
episode 3?
Episode 3. I tried to convince you right at the very beginning to watch it all because it was fucking... And I maybe oversold it. Probably.
You 100% oversold it.
Right, but
that's the reason I didn't watch it, because of how much you oversold it.
Oh, right. But was I correct?
No. Because you oversold it.
Right, well, I'm not going to oversold it this time.
Right, okay. If you just said, watch it, it's really good.
Right.
It'd be fine, but you were like, it's the best thing I've ever watched in my life.
Right.
You should totally watch it because that's shit.
I'll hold back and...
Then at that point I was like, it's probably not going to be that good.
Right.
So I'm just going to be disappointed. So I'm not going to watch it.
So I'll try and not oversell it this time.
Then you oversell it.
It's the best programme
the best.
on the TV. On the tellies.
Aye. So didn't watch it yet. Watch it in like 6 months after you've forgotten what you just said.
It's a really good show. Quite dark at some points and quite like darkly funny. There's just loads of fucking bits that I could remember.
There's an awkward bit with Kylie Jenner. Is it Kylie Jenner?
One of them.
It's one of the Jenners, which is quite funny.
Aye. And if you know like how famous she is, it never comes up in my head like how actually famous she is.
No, I really
never think about her.
I didn't really
I didn't know who she was until they said who she was.
Aye.
And then there's a few extra guest appearances. He works for a producer. He gets told by the record label to work with a producer, and he goes to meet the producer. And I don't know if they tried to hire an actor for this guy or no, but it turns out Benny Blanco is his name.
I thought you were hiding who it was.
No, I was just trying to think.
Alright.
Because he's not that famous, I don't think. But I'm wondering if they went through like an audition process and thought, actually, just the real guy is sort of naturally funny anyway. There's loads of great appearances for cool guests and shit. Quite fucking multi-level star guests, man.
Multi-level star.
Aye.
I feel like you just forgot the word top.
Aye. I did forget this. Aye. My brain's shit sometimes. My brain's absolute jelly at times, man. It's It's a sort of natural thing that happens in this podcast quite a lot. I forget words.
Right.
And sometimes even when I do ken the words and say them, I fuck
Because
them
if they're
up.
multi-level, that would mean that they're never...
Pyramid scheme celebrities.
Aye.
Multi-levels.
Like
I would class Gwyneth Paltrow as that.
Gwyneth Paltrow. Oh, well, aye.
A cunt
Aye,
of a woman.
aye.
An absolute cunt who sells cunt-flavoured candles.
Is it flavoured
No
or
flavoured.
scented?
Scented. Yeah. See? Fucking the shit up again. But
'Cause
most folk do get mixed up with that, flavours and scents and shit.
Aye, I can. Sometimes it's funny to mix up flavour
It
and
is, aye.
scent.
It's funny to me. So that's my recommendation.
But vagina flavoured candles is very, very different
And you're still talking about
to
vagina
vagina scented candles. Although, to be fair, none are particularly appealing.
Nah. The smell of fish in a candle.
Aye.
Brilliant.
Also, the whole point of her body positive thing is that vagina isn't meant to smell of anything. It's meant to be like...
I think that was the deal. That was it. It doesn't smell of much.
Is that the whole point of it?
It's
Is
just
it-
a slight musk.
So what's the point? But what's the point in that? In a candle?
Craig, it's Gwyneth Paltrow.
Then again, she has a fucking energy credit card. Do you mind of that?
Yes. And you're questioning.
Fucking stupid. You to put your... Yeah, that fucking credit card.
I've got them hungry.
That's the stupidest fucking thing. Well, second stupidest, a bit that fucking stupid tag thing that you've... Aye,
That
that.
one. I'll not do it.
You put a glass of water on her fucking energy card. And then it gives you energy through the water. Brilliant.
That's it.
Brilliant. 50 quid, please.
I wonder if the energy in the card is a homeopathic as well.
I wonder if
would
it
have
gives
to
you
be.
actual energy. Like if you put it in your electricity meter. Oh, no, it won't, because it's no fucking real. Dickhead. God, she does my fucking tits in, man.
Well, Craig, as they all say, that's just your opinion. Sorry, that's my recommendation. Do you have anything you would like to recommend on this?
Watch episode 3.
Of the Dave?
With
That's when it really picks
tissues.
up. That's aye. Didn't I actually? I was kind of off put with it,
I thought it
and
was
I think
fun.
that's what he tried. The final episode is fucking fantastic. This is going to be.
No, just because episode 3 is very emotional. You need tissues.
Aye. Great show though. It's on BBC iPlayer. Go and check it out.
Aye.
Or
Or
down-
you could download it illegally online.
Or do that. I'm going to suggest that every week as well. That's my recommendation every week.
Aye.
Download shit.
We didn't do that,
Legally.
but we suggest you do it.
We suggest you do it. You get caught for it.
Aye.
Because we didn't get caught because we didn't do it.
No.
That's where it goes. So that's your recommendation. That's going to be a long segment for me to cut. I assume this video was going to be 5 minutes. We've done about 10.
Aye, but to be fair, this is just the first one we read.
This is
and
the first
react
one.
to that pish.
Aye.
That stupid fucking...
Mad. Fantastic.
Aye, if you want to call
Thing.
it that.
One of the most annoying thing is that I struggle sometimes trying to find news stories for the podcast.
Aye.
It's kind of difficult at times.
Aye.
Trawling through websites trying to find funny stories and shit we could laugh about. I found a great site that's just full of funny news stories and it's updated. Like with real news articles and stuff for real places.
Dope.
Unfortunately, we have to get into a player and air tune. I was going to do 4 and then 4.
Well, could I briefly talk about my debate before we go into this?
Aye, we can, aye, totally.
So, last week, I had a debate. And I've always kind of... That's my first debate, and the problem with the debate is it wasn't really a debate. As it was more a discussion. Because we agreed I agreed beforehand that I didn't actually disagree with the framing of his view as much as I thought I did during the initial debate that we had, which was online. And you're muted. Oh.
I know.
And so...
I was only muted because I was trying to light a fag.
Alright. And it was awkward for me because, as I say, it was my first debate and it wasn't actually a debate, so I didn't really come in with the thing of, oh, I'm going to be right here. And the problem that I had was I ended up framing it like a conversation, like I was interviewing a guest. Mm. And that doesn't really come across very well
This is
in a debate.
I think when you told him initially, you said you want to hear a debate, you should have just said, can we have a conversation about this?
Aye.
This is what we do on the podcast, because you didn't seem to explain much about what the podcast was about. You just said you want to talk about this on this podcast. So you said what he had debate. He was expecting a proper debate rather than a chat.
No, but
I think that's where he went wrong.
But he had already, we had already agreed that it wasn't. We weren't there to try and win. We were there to discuss it. Mm-hmm. And so I didn't come in with a debate mind state either, and neither did he. That's why at one point he was like, "Well, I'm not bothered about winning. I'm bothered about seeing what we could flesh out of this conversation." Mm-hmm. But the fact that I'd framed it as a debate in the title and stuff sort of fucked it.
Right.
And then that led me to not really putting forward my point very well. Does that make sense?
Kinda, aye, kinda.
Aye. So that's...
Is there somebody you're apologising to specifically?
I'm not apologising. I'm just... The whole thing is that I like the idea of doing debates, and I'd quite like to make debates on the podcast.
Oh.
Even if it's not me that's debating. But after a debate, I like to think about where I went wrong and sort of the issues that I had and stuff like that. And so the best way for me to do that is to talk about them openly and sort of...
Did you manage to sort out a conversation with anybody?
No, I'm still waiting back for people. Mm-hmm. Did you?
No.
No.
I can't think of a good idea. Like if it's going to be any good for us to host that debate. Probably not.
We were hardly killing it with the views anyway.
I know. I'll ask. I'll check with Anthony.
I mean, there's there things as well. Like we could.
Because initially I thought it was going to be Kaz we were going to go on, but
no,
it was Anthony. We're talking about mainly. So that's cool.
But it would be. There's also other ideas. There's also other people, and also it could just be. It could just be a debating club. They didn't have you arguing for things that you passionately believe and that you're like deeply believing in. They just throw a topic there and tell you to argue one way and you to argue their way. We could do stuff like that as well. Just make it a fun thing, just to see if folk are able to do it.
Have you ever watched the Oxford debates and stuff like that? Where they've had like actors on and stuff like that to debate stuff.
Well, I've watched like Stephen Fry and Christopher Hitchens versus Anne Widdecombe and Widdecombe and Pump. And
I thought that as well when you said that.
The other guy, I think he was a priest. I think he was African. I can't remember his name. Right. So I've watched that. I think that was Oxford.
Probably. There's been comedians and shit as well, which has been pretty cool.
But that was Stephen Fry, and that's the first debate I've seen Stephen Fry in, so it might have been that again.
Well, we could try it.
But that sort of stuff interests me, at least. But I just wanted to openly talk about sort of where I think I fucked up a wee bit.
Right.
And no, because I wanted to win or anything, just because for the next time, a time where I maybe do want to win, I can where I went wrong and what I could improve on.
That's fair. There you go. Is that you done?
Aye.
Cool, bud. Going to play Crawford Mack with It Depends on Where You Stand. Perfect. Here we go.
It's lonely outside the lines doesn't mean that I can't read between them. Staring at the canvases and frames, dreaming of answers to my questions and where they might be leading. The only piece of art in here is understanding the space we were landing. You see black and white, I see grey in certain lights. I guess it just depends on where you stand. Act like we're friends, I'm not trying to make amends. Pretend I didn't try to touch your hand. I guess it just depends on where you stand. You, but never ever had a thought that this would not be easy. Is this working or hard work for you? If so, I don't mind going quietly. where you stand. Act like we're friends. I'm trying to make amends. Pretend I didn't try to touch your hand. I guess it just depends where you stand.
That was Crawford Mack with It Depends on Where You Stand. Excellent. Right.
Or does it?
What?
Depend.
What does?
Maybe it doesn't.
I would say it does.
Well, I disagree.
And that's the debate of the week. So, I don't know how to start this one. It's a pretty fucking crazy one. Earlier this week, Glenrothes, the remains were found of a body. I don't know, do you can a wee bit more details? Like they said the remains, I assumed it was like parts in a bag or something like that. That's what I assumed.
They've no said anything. The media's no found anything out. I reckon whether Fife police are exceptionally good at keeping this stuff hidden, or whether Fife journalists are shit. I reckon what the play is here. But I've read a few articles now, and
basically
nothing really came out.
The human remains were found Whitehill Industrial Estate
last Sunday or something.
Sunday, aye. There are a lot of derelict buildings that haven't been used in years, and they can be quite run down. Similarly, some sort of human remains. I was later found out it might have been Alan Bryant Jr.
They're hoping it is. But for the police to phone them, the bounty have had something. Well, it was round about that area.
Aye. But I've not heard anything since. But Alan Bryant Jr. Senior is obviously still waiting. If the body's deteriorated so much, it's going to take them a while.
What, 7 years?
7 years or something like that.
I reckon how much bodies deteriorate in that time. So
Quite a fucking lot.
They were talking about having to rely on injuries that Alan's dad knew he'd suffered at some point to try and identify the body. Although, saying that, they've had like DNA.
Aye.
Because you can get DNA off the bones and that.
Oh, can you still get that? Aye.
I think so.
Oh, aye, of course, aye. I was thinking like skin and stuff like that, but again, that'll probably be well gone at that point. But again, there's DNA and everything, basically, so if the bones are there, you're probably going to be alright.
Aye.
Scary shit, though.
Also, like, I will have went into the dirt.
Aye, I'm saying I don't know if it's been buried. It seems like a weird thing for like somebody for all that time have eventually decided. Like, it seems like
the articles that I saw didn't say how they were found. They just said they were found.
Just says found, aye.
Did they say where, or did they just say they were because
it just says they were found?
If it's just remains in like a wooded area, like just
that's what they told him as well. The police came and told us on Sunday night that human remains had been found. Nothing more. If
it's just human remains found on the flare, 7 years, surely no.
There you go. So, well, here's a wee thing. Police are also understood to have informed the family of Kenneth Jones, another Glenrothes man who disappeared on the same date in 1998. Alan Senior continued, "It's a nightmare. I'm hoping it's him, but I've got my doubts. Could be an unknown person. You just don't know." He also added that the support from friends and family has been helping him get through the wait, because that's been a fucking long time. He's just been waiting. His son disappeared, and he's got fucking nothing to show for it for all that time.
What slightly irks me though is that on the, I think it was Fife Reporter or something, somebody that knew Kenneth Jones was like annoyed about people talking about Alan Bryant. And I'm like, that's a weird thing to be.
Again, Alan Bryant Senior.
Competitive about.
Aye, Alan Bryant Senior was on a lot of like Facebook groups and stuff. I think he run one of the biggest like selling pages. So it was big news only because he was able to like use that platform. And
he's now got a whole campaign for it. He's never, not to discredit the guy, he's never shut the fuck up. And that's a credit to him that he's no stopped trying at least. Even if it seems like it's a waste of time, he hasn't stopped.
No.
Well, I would have stopped.
It's a weird thing to be sort of jealous of somebody's like trying to find their son sort of thing.
But it wasn't even. It was that they were annoyed that everybody else knew. It's like it's not their fault.
Aye, exactly.
We didn't ken about your person because you've no.
It's the same way, like when like a tragedy happens in some country, and then it becomes huge news, and then people are like, "Oh, but what about this other tragedy that's happened?"
It's just that there's a time
Just
and
the
a
way
place
things
to be competitive.
It's the way
that
things
doesn't
are.
seem like.
It's just an unfortunate way the way things are reported. Some things get bigger news coverage than other things. Like that fucking mind that documentary on Netflix about the guy that built a tank, had a bulldozer thing. That disappeared because somebody had died on the news, basically, and it was like big news at the time. That happened, and then on that day, or later on that day, somebody had died. It was quite big in America, like worldwide. I can't remember who the fuck it was, but that got swept under the table. That's why they brought out the Netflix documentary.
Oh right.
It's just an unfortunate timing. It's just timing.
Although my question is like, surely they've got a rough time scale by now of how old the body is. That's been a week.
Yeah.
Surely they can. No, a week. It's been 5 days. Has it been 5 days? 5 days.
5 days.
Let's say 5 days. Maybe 4. 5 days. Surely they should ken roughly how long it's been now. And then they could at least rule out.
Mm-hmm.
Like if the body's at least 10 years old, they could rule out Alan Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
If the body's 5 years old, they could rule out Jones. Like surely at this point they could rule people out, you would think.
That Kenneth Jones was 1998. When was the Alan Bryant thing?
2013.
13, aye.
14, 13.
A long time afterwards. How are you expecting people to remember after 1998?
Aye.
Like a whole new generation of people have fucking
But like,
been alive since then.
Even like, no talking about the campaigns. The police should now at least be able to say the body's 10 years old, the body's 7 years old,
like,
or even just based on how decomposed it is. I can know decomposition works.
I don't even kind of like.
It looks for here. It looks roughly about 5 years. Surely somebody has that information.
Well, that's basically probably the only reason they've contacted because they've known that's been there for a while. These are the only two people we can that have had like missing kids for that long. So we'll get in touch with the people.
Aye.
Of course, we don't care if the police maybe got in touch with more people.
There's probably a lot of people that have been
probably
missing
quite
for
a
that
few.
time.
Yeah, quite a few.
So they've probably been in touch with a few. They've probably just went ticked off.
But again, these are the two bigger ones
Aye.
that have come up. Sad shit for after all that time.
Could you imagine that? Just
Aye.
the fact that I think he's just accepted that he's dead, but he's at a point now where he just wants to ken where he's dead.
Like what happened?
Like can I hear
some sort of fucking closure? You know what I mean?
Aye. How did it happen? Was it a dickhead murdered my son, or did he fall somewhere? Like even just kidding that.
Again, like an accident that's had to be covered. That somebody's tried to cover up.
Aye, a fight that's accidentally.
Totally.
You punched him, he's fell, he's banged his head, killed him. Like, it could have been that.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't need to be, like, it could literally be fucking anything. But just the fact that you didn't ken what it is going to be the worst part about it.
Definitely.
And it was kind of similar to the Marilyn McCann thing, innit?
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Aye.
Where, I mean, especially if they're right and that paedophile guy is actually a suspect. Because look at the conspiracy theories.
Aye.
And all the people saying, oh, they're pieces of shit, they've covered us up, it's their bairn and they've killed her or whatever. Imagine hearing all that about your
constantly as well. It's a constant fucking thing they must have heard. And to fucking just be sitting there like, what the fuck?
And I have to be honest, I was part of it as well.
I was part of it as well.
Because it didn't look good.
Aye.
I'll still berate them for leaving their fucking bairn
Aye, definitely.
to get pished. I'll still berate them for that. Mm-hmm. But I was part of the, oh shit, maybe they did actually, because that looks pretty conclusive that he's a creepy bastard and he done this and he done that. At least in these the Glenrothes cases, that's not the case.
That's it.
But it's still not very nice.
Definitely
not a very nice situation to be in. Missing persons, probably among the worst things you could feel.
Just that constant fucking unknown.
Aye.
You just must fuck
the
your
only
head
thing
up.
I could think of being worse than that is witnessing a loved one being like murdered in front of you.
Yeah.
Like to me, that's or just dying. like drowning or whatever. That's the only thing that I could think of that could be worse
Definitely.
than somebody being missing and having no fucking idea what's happening.
Oh. Right.
Horrible situation.
Definitely.
What a downer this podcast is now.
Well, again, I hope the family fucking find out soon. Both families, man. Both families that we heard about there. Hopefully that gets sorted out. So from that downer to coronavirus.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Nice and happy.
UK coronavirus cases today were just released a wee while ago. 6,914 cases.
Oh, it's down a wee bit.
59 dead.
Deaths are down a wee bit.
To
be fair, it's just a daily.
It's just a daily occurrence.
Aye.
It's so aye.
It's a 7-day running average you need to look at.
That's it. And from coronavirus to coronavirus, a local story. Fucking stupid story. Coronavirus in Scotland. Dine and dash pair caught. So basically, I'll explain this to you.
Fuck.
A couple of people with their kids said to go for a meal.
Right.
I think it was St Andrews. I'm going to...
This is going to do with masks.
No, it's worse than that. Aye. Siggy's restaurant in St Andrews said 2 girls with 2 young children left without paying on Monday night. So, there's been a recent thing in restaurants that when you go into a restaurant, you have to leave details. What this people done is left their details and have already been contacted. So they went in for a meal, decided to dash, must have forgotten and left their fucking phone numbers in there, so I thought that was an inch. So that's 2 girls with 2 young children that went in there and they've completely fucked up themselves by being the dumbest cunts in the world.
For fuck's sake.
Pretty incredible. That's St Andrews for you.
On the upside, it's like a buy now, pay later, isn't it?
Is it?
Aye, well,
they're going to pay for it later.
They've no phoned the police, have they? Have they phoned the police?
I think so, aye.
What do you get for that? 10 month.
10 month at court and bail on that. Bairnston have you.
Aye, like what's the punishment?
Again.
Go and pay it.
Go and pay it,
okay.
basically, aye. Fair enough. Sorry, lads.
Aye.
That was my bad. That was a my bad situation.
That's a buy now, pay later, isn't it?
That's it,
really?
Definitely.
I mean, you could go on a Beijing banquet now and get stocked up on all the munchies and then just be like, I've not got the money now.
Really easy to run out Beijing banquet as well.
It is really.
Except if you're our friend and you go to open the door and you just break the door. Incredible.
What a fucking mutant he is.
Amazing guy.
Or they are.
Aye.
It's anonymous.
He's a man.
He is a man.
Well, assuming gender here, but
prick.
he is a man. We
He's a
know his
prick.
gender. He's a prick.
He's a prick.
Evel Knievel's son sues Disney over Toy Story 4 character. Do you remember Toy Story 4? They had a wee toy character in it, based on the Evel Knievel toy of years ago, which was a awful, shitty toy. It was advertised on the TV years ago as this perfect Evel Knievel toy. You set it up for a stunt thing, you put it in like a wee sort of wind up thing, and then you shoot it at a ramp, and you build an air ramp at the other side, and it lands every time. Much like Evel Knievel, it fucking crashed every single time. So this Toy Story 4 character was based on that, and the character was always feel like, oh, I'm the best stuntman in the world, I'm going to do this, and then he kept crashing. Funny part of the story.
That's funny.
Completely based on Evel Knievel.
That is funny.
That is funny. The son has decided to
He is
sue.
not funny. He is a miserable bastard.
So the federal trademark infringement lawsuit claims that Disney-owned Pixar did not ask permission to use his father's likeness when creating the character Duke Kaboom. Knievel is seeking damages of more than $300,000, £235,000, over allegations including false endorsement and unjust enrichment. The 60-year-old said Evel Knievel did not throw millions around the world, break his bones and spill his blood just so Disney could make a bunch of money. Duke Kaboom, voiced by Keanu Reeves, perfect casting. In last year's film was a 1970s toy who rides a motorbike and is Canada's greatest stuntman. The lawsuit said Knievel was famous for stunts such as motorbike jump over a row of buses at Wembley Stadium, which he famously crashed. And he pretty much crashed every time.
See, when folk complain about how you're not allowed to make jokes anymore, and how you're not allowed to walk up a ladder without a fucking degree and all that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is who's causing that. It's no lefties.
Mm-hmm.
It's money-hungry cunts who want to sue. So folk can't do anything because they're scared they're going to get sued.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not lefties suing you. Lefties will stand outside with a shit sign and go, "Oh, you're a bad person." These cunts will sue you for £1 million, or well, 300,000 in this case, because he's.
I just
got
hate
no
the fucking
argument.
the whole idea. Like, Americans are always like called out for that suing culture starting off,
Aye.
and it has spread out here, but no as bad as it is out there.
Nowhere
Everybody's
near as bad.
suing
It's
for fucking
fucking-
everything out there. It's fucked up, disgusting.
And rich people, a rich person's fucking wet dream
Oh, fuck
is
aye.
to have the money to just sue you into doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're trying to criticise me, I'll sue the life out of you. Try and
Disgusting.
criticise me, I will sue you to buggery.
Uh,
And they do, and then nothing happens.
all these defamation suits and stuff. Oh, they're fucking making my character look bad and shit.
Oh,
Like
that's
that.
libel, I'll sue you for that.
Fucking
Oh, you're a dickhead.
so being a gimp.
Aye.
We were talking. Was it yesterday? About we were talking about parrots that swear and stuff like that.
Oh, aye.
And we were
Aye, there was parrots in an England, like was it a zoo or something?
Aye,
Or an animal park in England.
aye. Lincolnshire Zoo. I've got the thing. up here.
Lincolnshire.
The parrots named Billy, Eric, Tyson, Jade, and Elsie joined Lincolnshire Wildlife Centre's colony of 200 grey parrots in August, but it did not take them long to ruffle a few feathers
Oh,
with their foul language. We saw it very quickly.
oh.
We're quite used to parrots swearing, but we've never had 5 at the same time. So what happened is the parrots, one of them must have swore, and
The other ones found it funny and they started joining in.
aye, that's ridiculous though, because that's not what happens. The parrots just copy each other.
Hey, shut it. That's what happened. Now the parrots are all sitting in the house like, ha!
Basically, the parrots have since been distributed to different areas of the park, so they do not set each other off. Fucking. Well, I can imagine it happening. One of them goes fuck, and then the other parrot's like fuck, because it was there was a video the other day.
How do they know, Ken, that they're not going to set off other parrots?
I've no fucking idea, to be honest. But that's a stupid thing to say, that they're fucking egging each other on. This is what they obviously birds egging each other on.
Parrots are weird, eh? How do they know how their own language?
There was they're just copying sounds. They're not actually saying stuff. They're not saying words. They're just doing sounds.
Aye, but if they're able to copy sounds to the point where it sounds like words, surely they can then create words.
Possibly. Then, like,
Maybe that's
understand
an
what the words are
evolutionary
saying.
trait. Maybe in a couple of million years, parrots are going to have like a language.
Maybe. Wonder if that's how we started.
Maybe.
Just copying each other, going meh, meh.
Meh.
I imagine a lot of people were like, "Was that any good?" Me, just
Meh.
was that any good first though? But there was a parrot the other day. If anybody's ever been on eFucked, anybody ever been on that website? There's a woman on webcam squirting everywhere.
That's illegal in the UK.
Shut up. Squirting everywhere in front of the webcam, and her parrot was running back and forward, and she's screaming like a fucking banshee, and the parrot started copying her orgasmic screams. So she was like, "Fuck, that's going to have that in its fucking head now." Imagine the family coming in and it's going, "Ah!" like that and shit. That's going to be fucking amazing. Fucking
That's
brilliant.
brilliant. I'm going to watch that video now.
It's an e-fucked, man. Easy find.
That's fucked as another one.
That's
There's
fucked.
quite a few.
There's another one called crazyshit.com, which is on the title. It's less of the death stuff like the YNC. It's less of that, but
Right.
it's still quite fucked up stuff on it as well.
Oh, nice. Fun.
Uh,
Not in the death stuff.
no, it's hard. Makes it hard. Fucking hell. Rail workers suspended after man cave. I love this. Found under railway.
Is that chewing the fart sketch?
Basically, chewing the fat sketch. Authorities were tipped off anonymously, and were told the workers would hang out and get drunk and party in the room.
Get drunk and party.
It's amazing. There's a wee picture there. There's no much of a room, but
Can I see it?
they've done their best. I would turn that round, but we might fuck the stream up. 3 men have been accused of creating a man cave underneath New York's Grand Central Station. The 3 railroad workers found the storage room under track 114 and filled it with a television, a fridge, a microwave and a futon sofa. Investigators from the Metropolitan Transportation Authority said it appears the employees, a wireman, a carpenter foreman and an electrical foreman, used the secret break room when they were supposed to be working. Just getting drunk and shit on the job. I fucking love it. I'll try and bring the footage up once we're finished. They've got a telly and shit in there as well, which is fucking great.
That's brilliant.
That's fucking taking still games, Tune the Flats approach to like factory work when they build like tremendous like carnivals and stuff behind like a bunch of boxes of crisps and shit.
That's crazy though. They were just going to their work and then just instead of doing it, that's a Scully and a
Prison Break.
No, Scully and Hitchcock.
Oh, yeah.
That's the kind of shit they do.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine for anybody.
Yeah. Because they've got a storage room and it's got stuff in it. I reckon what it's got. I can't remember.
I just find that fucking story.
I fucking love that shit.
One of the
they're getting
busiest,
paid for that.
One of the busiest cities in the world. Probably would have been hard to track them. Didn't a lot of the time. They were just in there, just chilling, getting drunk and shit. Watch the telly. What's a microwavable meal?
Aye. Getting microwavable tacos.
I think it's like something funny you can put in the microwave. Man.
Well, they'll hear like
forks.
They're in fucking New York. It'll be pizza and
they'll
hear
making it worse than it already is.
Microwavable Mexican food. They'll hear like fajitas and tortillas and
fajitas again.
Fajitas and
just got bread and mince in it. So bread and spice.
Tacos.
It's the same stuff. It's the same thing.
It's the same stuff, but
it's just cooked.
Still, it'll be microwaved, and it'll be delicious. I'm sure. What are the pizza things that Americans always talk about? Pizza rolls.
Oh, pizza rolls,
Aye, pizza rolls. I'll hear them.
They are stinking fucking things.
I
can imagine. Because they're the cheap ones that they talk about.
A lot of Americans.
I'm sure you get micro pizza, which is basically the same thing. Like made by the same folk that make microchips and shit.
Like,
I'm sure it's the same stuff.
I didn't think they did microchips. Still, it's crazy.
Not sure where to believe this story or not. I'm going to read through it live with you. Toothbrush removed from man's stomach after he swallowed it while brushing.
No.
Do you think, like me, that it was put up the anal passage?
Oh, I thought about that.
No, what was your thoughts?
That he's a prick and he thought he'd swallow
a toothbrush.
There was a found?
Yeah, in his stomach. They had to remove it from his stomach. They had to open up his stomach and move it out.
How did it get to the stomach through your anal passage?
A really fucking brilliant push.
You would need to have swallowed it.
Fair enough.
Because to get to your stomach through the arsehole, it need to go through like the intestines and that.
Dr. Taiyang added that the patient was not feeling any pain after ingesting the toothbrush. So he definitely did swallow it, so I'm an arsehole. And was experiencing only minor discomfort in his upper abdomen. Fucked up that.
Oh god, that would be...
He said, as the toothbrush couldn't be detected in the X-ray, I then decided to conduct an exploratory laparotomy process under general... Why are they doing this to me? They can't fucking shit at words and they just gave me these ones. Under general anaesthesia. Oh, I got it. Hyped myself up to be shit and I got it. In the same sitting. The brush could be easily felt in the stomach and was removed through a small incision in the stomach. This procedure took only 30 minutes. Just 30 minutes to just somebody... Oh, fuck you. Aye, interesting. And
what if it, like, twisted?
Yeah, we just brushed it inside. Or what?
Would have just been stabbing it?
His belly? Aye. Oh, nah, fuck that. Hitting his belly button and shit.
Or, like, inside the lungs, it just, like, pierced right through his lungs.
Horrible.
But you did swallow through your lungs, but, like, the swallow hole, whatever that's called.
The swallow hole.
Aye.
I hired an escort and my best friend's mum turned up.
That's dope.
No, that's not dope.
Stifler's mum.
Since joining the army 6 years ago, James has found it difficult to hold down a relationship. His job means he's away for long periods at a time, which makes dating and finding someone special extremely tricky. However, he missed the physical sides of relationships, so decided to try hiring escorts, saying he makes the best of a very unique situation. His fun, sexy nights have become part of his normal routine, and he's never thought too much of it until one evening when things got very, very weird, and when one of his anonymous bookings ended up being his mate's mum. The site you saw him order an escort using just photos of the woman's body, but you couldn't see the face. They set a time and a place, and 45 minutes later a car pulled up, but James was horrified when he opened the door. He said, I opened the door, and who was stood in front of me? My best friend's mum. I just thought, shit, this is awkward.
Did he follow through, or...?
No, he didn't.
No.
He
Did
claims that while he had no idea what to do, the friend's mum took control of the situation and acted as if they didn't know each other. Oh!
So he did follow through?
He said she proceeded with the appointment like we didn't even know each other. I was obviously attracted to her. It was a weird... I don't think this story was done in this way. It was a weird turn of events, but it actually added to the excitement. You want what you can't have, and I knew I shouldn't carry on. There wasn't exactly much talking going on. We got right to it. No messing about. However, they did address the issue after we finished, with a mutual understanding that it had to be a secret. So aye.
You know what's happening right now?
What?
You know where what's happening right?
What? Oh, the bin lorry. Fucking hell.
No.
Oh.
You can exactly what's happening. It's the dickhead we were
our
talking about
friend
earlier.
is pointing his lights into the window. So we have to make an action so they will fuck off. I've just got car lights shining on my fucking eyeball.
Is he on Phoebe?
No, he's still there as well.
Still there. What a dickhead.
It literally doesn't know how to end a joke. It's pretty fucking unbelievable.
Jeez.
My eyes are ringing.
Aye.
I've just got
I hope he crashes.
I've got a burst retina.
I hope the car crashes.
I do hope it crashes.
And he gets very seriously injured.
Whoa. Right, so that's just basically...
So he pumped his best pal's mum.
Pumped his best pal's mum.
And loved every second of it.
Loved every second of it, and then they decided to sort of call it quits at the end. And he says...
You think that's going to come out, though?
Definitely.
That's 100% going to come out. Because him and his pal's going to be drunk one night. They're going to get into a fight of some sort, and he's going to go, I pumped your mum. And he's going to be like, well, no, you didn't. Fuck off, man.
Then he's like, man. Google.
Yeah. I defo pumped your mum. Here's the pictures of me pumping your ma. And incredible. He's going to show him pictures of him pumping his ma.
I bought these shoes. And then he's just like, oh no.
That's definitely going to come out, and he is going to win the argument just because he pumped his ma. Although he did pay. So the other guy's got, but you had to pay her.
Your ma's a prostitute.
Aye, but...
That's worse than your dad sells Avon, I would say.
No, it's not. Your ma sells...
Is it worse than selling Avon?
I reckon it's quite cool to be able to make money from having sex. Mm-hmm. But it's no cool to buy having sex.
I would still be overtaken with the fact that your pal pumped your ma. He knew it was his ma, and he thought, going ahead with this still.
I guess, aye.
They never got to any point where they both... It was hard that fucking... it was hard that further on as well.
I'm thinking at this because...
I pumped your ma, and your ma wanted it. Your ma continued
she
it on.
She didn't want it. She did. She was out. She was doing a job. She was out making a living, right? Somebody presented their sale.
She wanted that 40 quid.
She wanted the 40 quid. And fair play to her, she's a fucking worker. She's probably unionised.
Immunised.
She's a worker. I hope she's immunised. I hope she was wearing a mask. They couldn't keep their fucking distance. It's illegal. Was that in the UK?
America.
America. Oh, I reckon what the laws are like that.
It's different state to state, innit?
Aye. What the fuck was I saying?
Oh, she's an escort though. You get away with escort.
Aye, well, you get away with that in the UK as well. The thing they play that off with is you're paying for the time.
Aye.
What two adults do within that time is completely up to them. All that pish, right?
Aye.
Cool. Aye. We can what's actually happening here.
Aye. But you can't go to the red light district in Aberdeen or something and fucking...
No, I never paid her for sex. I paid her for her time. What consent I was doing this time.
Aye. They're like, nope. You got her on the street.
Aye. Nah, mate.
What?
I'm just talking to her as a pal.
It's fucking stupid,
I
man.
don't care why folk didn't get, because you see like busts, like prostitute, like Vice busts, which is mental. Like they're setting up all this time with a team to catch somebody that's getting a prostitute. Like, you're a fucking grit, mate. He was about to, and you ruined it. Bunch of bastards, man.
Ruining bastards.
Aye.
Unbelievable. Well, that's about the end of the podcast. I thought it would end on I'm all getting pumped because I think it's quite funny. Brian. If you want to check out our podcast or any other social details, you click the description below. The track list there for any of the tunes you want to find. You can also check our sister podcast, the All That Dope Shit podcast, Brap, and all that.
Didn't I say brap ever again?
I'm going to say Brap every fucking week because I can get noisy.
Hiccup.
So we're going to end there. You got anything to add? You got anything to say?
Nah, mate, I'm dope.
This is Gallus with Eye to Eye.
Test. Always pretending I'm breaking my back. Sometimes it's better I trust the pack. Borrowed and stolen, noticed by no one. I fainted, broken, frozen. Hiding in everyone's sight. So I can have a trade. A smile on my face so long as I get paid. I wanna be a first and I wanna be a last. I wanna be the bubbles in your bubble bath.